Oh boy. Here we go. It is Louise Fletcher's, lesson 1 of Creative Reset. Mrs. Gigi, hi. How are you? Thank you so much. Hi, Aunt Bex. Okay. I'm going to attempt to do lesson 1 of Louise Fletcher's free 10-day course called Creative Reset. So I hope you're in for a ride, because I am. Okay, so I'm going to tape this off into 6 sections. And the assignment is, I'm going to do the abstract assignment. I'm not going to do the representational. So tape off 2 large pieces. I have them. And paint on 1 sheet for a maximum of 30 minutes. You need a limited palette. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow, the 3 primary colors. Oh, I'm sorry. You're busy at work. Okay. And of course, a black and a white. So that's the first lesson. So I have to use these colors. And then the second one, I get to use a different palette. So what I'm going to do is tape this off. I happen to have this. It's not watercolor paper, so I don't know how it's going to fare. It's poster board, but when I ordered it from Amazon a while ago, they called it railroad board. And I remember having a discussion with folks as to what the hell railroad board is, but this is what it is. So I'm going to just do this. And yeah, maybe not. This is painter's tape. So it's not supposed to stick too much, but I'm just going to do this real quick, if you don't mind. Just got home from bridge, and I thought I was going to come in first place, but I came in second place. Had really good cards. Won $2. Woo-hoo. Take that to the bank, eh? Boy, and this is just stretching my... Oh, no! Oh, well, it's going to have to go down. Ugh. I don't have any room to work here at all. Oh, my gosh, this is... Yeah. All right. It's kind of straight, kind of not straight. It'll be okay. All right, and then 1, 2. Yeah, we're just going to... oh, I got to do this, too. Let me do this. Take this off, too. It does look great. When you peel the tape off, doesn't it? It just makes all the difference in the world. It looks so cool when you pull the tape off. Even if it's not great, it somehow makes it great. As you see my head, sorry about that. My arms don't. I put my poor orchid outside. It was dying. And so it's outside in the sun. It just wasn't getting enough sun, I don't think. So hopefully it'll make a comeback. I got the pebbles, Becky. I went to Dollar Store and I bought the pebbles. It was a great idea. I had forgotten. I can't remember the last time I was out shopping. You know, I just don't do that much anymore. All right, so we're going to go here and here, kind of. We'll just eyeball it. Okay. I would have done this before, but I just got home. And I wanted to change because I knew if I stayed in my good clothes, which, you know, good clothes are a nice t-shirt that doesn't have, well, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So 30 minutes or so. Gonna make some scribble marks. I got several different mark making tools. I got a good old, you know, one of these. Think of it, what the heck it's called. And one of these. That's water soluble. Very some really hard charcoal. This is supposed to bring me joy. Now, the other thing she did, which I thought was pretty interesting, is she sketched her hand. Well, I'm not going to sketch my hand. However, I am going to trace my hand and see whether that's going to even be visible when it's all said and done. Okay, I got a hand over here, which is fine. Let's put a hand here. There. And there's my ring. All right, Andrea, how are you? I'm doing Louise Fletcher's Creative Reset Lesson 1, Abstract. Okay? I even have one of these fancy palette things that I've never used. Now's a good time to use it. The challenge is to use the basics. Globby yellow. That was kind of fun. A farty blue. Okay. And a yellow. Oh, I have yellow. Red, 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 red. And then mix colors accordingly. And according to people in the know, all colors come from these guys, right? Put some white down. And some black down. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Barbara. I'm doing Louise Fletcher's Creative Reset Lesson 1. And the challenge is using these colors. So let's start out with a nice orange. Orange. New friends. Oh, that's not good. I know red and it's supposed to make purple-ish. Yeah, I got a purple there. Should have never used those crayons. That was an oopsie. A big oopsie. Should give me a green, right? Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. You move too fast. I'll make more. Let's see. I want to take some of this. Put that over here. And add some more yellow. I like that orangey look. I'm not really getting that orangey look though, am I? Let's just go with. Oh, that's really going to be problematic, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, well. Live and learn, huh? Live and learn. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Let's kind of make some marks. So I hope everyone's getting through the week. Can you believe it's the last Wednesday? Hi, Lydia. Can you believe it's the last Wednesday in August? I can't. Feels like I spent all of August waiting for the job to be done. Guess what happened yesterday? Update on the construction. Vinny, my contractor, and Brandon stopped by yesterday to check out the concrete job and see how that turned out. And I saw them, and I think they were just going to come in and leave, right? But they saw me seeing them, so they came to the front door. And he told me he thought that the trusses were going to be delivered Thursday. And I said, okay. So I could put my thumb in here. How fancy is that? And I wonder if, can I pick this up like so? Well, you can do anything you want. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of fun. Ooh. Ooh. So they left in about, oh shit. Wait a minute, I gotta find room for this stuff. Sorry, folks. They left. And about 6 or 7 minutes later, the phone rings. And it's Vinny. And he said, I think I just saw your trusses. As we were getting onto 95, a big truck went by that had trusses on the back of it. And I think they're yours. And he said to his son, I think those are Laura's trusses. So he called me to tell me that. And sure enough, they were my trusses. And yeah. So this guy drives down the road. Now this road is not that wide. You know, 2 cars can pass. However, drives down the road and he's got my trusses on the back, and it's got a huge, I mean, friggin' huge trailer. And on the back of it is my order. Now, mine's a pretty small order, you know. And when I was talking to Vinny, I tell you, I have to say, this is kind of fun. Ooh, can you see that? No, I can't. I have no room. Did you see that? That came out really kind of cool. Let me clean this. Oh dear, I didn't mean to pick up the black, but that's okay. I'll just play with the black. And just kind of do a swirly. Ooh, I like that, swirly. And I said to, we were talking about where he was going to put the trusses. Because again, I'm in a duplex. I got a single car garage, a single driveway, so to speak. And I said, well, do you have a forklift or something? And I'm going to move this like this. Let me see. And he said, no. I said, well, how do they get the trusses off the truck? And he said, well, he backs the truck in, right? He backs the trailer in, and then he figures out where he wants to drop them, right? And then he takes off real quickly, and the trusses slide off the back of the trailer. And I said to him, oh, come on. You're kidding me. That can't be. He said, no, that's how they do it. They just a jerk, and then the trusses, he'll loosen the trusses, and then they'll just slide off the back of the truck. And that's exactly what he did. The trailer must have been at least 25 feet long. And he backed it in. Here's the, and here's the road. And here's the cab, right? And here's the trailer. He cuts it and he backs it in, and he brings the trailer right basically on my lawn under the tree. And then gives it a quick jerk, and the trusses slide right off the back of the trailer, plop down right under the tree. Couldn't have been a more perfect spot. It was friggin' amazing. Absolutely gobsmacking to me. Absolutely the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I'm so mad at myself. Hi, Devin. That I don't know why I didn't go in the house and get my camera, because that would have been something to film. But for whatever reason, I didn't. So that's too bad. And of course, he blocked traffic, so people had to not come down the street for a couple of minutes because it took him a while, because he had to unstrap them, right? And I gave him an ice cold bottle of water, thanked him profusely, and off he went. It was pretty awesome, I have to say. It was just, gotta put something there, not necessarily. Yes. And then he handed me this wadded up thing of papers. And they were so wadded up tightly, it almost feels like he was holding them in his hand, rolled up the whole way here. And in there was the directions to here. And I love doing this, but I don't know whether I should. But you know what? Why not? It's mine. I can do anything I want. This is supposed to bring me joy. So I'm trying to be joyous when I'm doing this. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the white. Oh, maybe, what do you think? Try to make some green, maybe go in there. Green is, what's green? Red and, no, red and, that's orange. That's not going to do me any good. I don't think blue and yellow? Oh, well. I don't think I can get any green. I have some green over here, but I got a real mess here, so, and I don't want to glob this on. I got computer wires around. All right, I'll just put a glab here and a glab here. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll stick this down like so. So then the next discussion was, thank you, Devin. The next discussion was the dumpster. Dum, 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 dum. And where they're going to put the dumpster. Because when they put the dumpster down, it's going to block my garage. Meaning I'm not going to be able to park in my garage. And the dumpster's going to be there for a couple of weeks. And I'm going to have to... No, I can replenish my colors. I've got plenty of color. I'm done. I'm going on to the lesson 2. I mean, part 2 of lesson 1. I like this. I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to do any more. And I'm not going to use those water-soluble thingies here. I'm going to dry it. And, well, no, I can use as much of blue. I can use as much as I want of the primaries, if that's what you're asking. But I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to give it a little white, a little dry. So I'm going to have to ask my neighbor whether I can park in her driveway. I mean, she should say yes. I mean, everything I've done for her in the past. So. Hopefully. I think the framer's coming. I think they're coming. I don't know what they're doing next. Something's happening Thursday, I think. All right, I'm not going to get this all dry. Okay. Do I dare take the tape off? Yeah, let's take the tape off. I watched, Devin. I'm sure you probably know this guy. But he did the most amazing gel print painting. It wasn't really, well, I guess it was a print, His name is the Art Whisperer. And what he did was he had a huge gel plate. I've never seen one so big. I think it was bigger than your huge one. I forget what you call your Proud Mary or Big Mary or Big More. Anyway, he did a floral arrangement inspired by Klimt, Klint, his flower one. I know. Did you paint? I can't remember now. Did you paint directly on the gel plate? Because I've drawn on the gel plate with my Sharpie, and I love the results. It's amazing. It was just, I want to do that. And did you? I don't know. Did you see that one? It was amazing. And it was pretty juicy, and he let it dry. He said about 6 minutes. Okay, so he had all his paint, and he had this, clump like flower arrangement, with the little flowers and and he let it dry for quite a while before he put the final coat of paint over that, and it was burnt sienna and gold. I can't remember what he put on the bottom, but then he put this big sheet of paper, right? And then he didn't have a Baron, but he was, smushing it down. And he only waited 6 minutes. He said, oh, it's been about 6 minutes. And he pulled it off. Oh my God. It was so cool. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, that's true. Very slow. Very slow. Absolutely. Yeah, I did notice that. It was, sometimes painfully slow. But man, it was just, I really want to try that. I think I could do that better than, I don't know why I could do it better, but I want to try to do more. Here, I can, well, you can't see me because I'm sorry, I just have run out of room. I got no more room. Let's see, can I go up higher? How high can she go? Okay, well, let's. But it was so amazing. Just, and it was amazing. The Sharpie marks were so prevalent. And I think he was even taken back by how stunning or how jarringly clear the Sharpie marks, the drawing was, because he drew the vase, with the Sharpies. That's true. That's true. But I guess I've seen that done before, and I think I've done something similar, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I definitely want to try that on my itsy bitsy tiny 8x10 jelly plate, which seems so tiny. I don't know how big that one was. Oh, I know how big that one was. Because he put a 22 by 30-inch piece of watercolor on it. Now, obviously, it wasn't this big, but this is 22. This is a 22 by 28 piece of, they're calling it railroad board, but it's a heavy cardstock, and it's holding up fine for the acrylic. I thought I might do watercolor, but I figured that would be too wet. I'm getting there, folks. I got wires everywhere. But it's amazing when you, I like when some of these I really like. I really I like these. When Louise was going over her oh, oh come on. When Louise was going over the supply list, they had like a welcome, like a live Zoom meeting yesterday, just with the coaches, not the people in the people were freaking out about the supply list because she wants us to have 6 to 7 sheets of 22 by 30-inch paper. And people didn't. They're going, you don't have anything that big. So her response was, "We'll just tape some sheets of paper together." But I figured this 22 by 28 was close enough. So what do you think? Oh, 12 by 14. Yeah, his plate was much bigger. Big Peggy, yes, Big Peggy. I knew it wasn't Big Bertha. That was a cannon by the Krupp family during World War II. What do you think? I like this one the best. And then this one. Maybe this one over here. I mean, this was fun. And I'm going to go put this in the bedroom for a second. And I will be right back. Safia, I'm doing lesson 1 of Creative Reset. Let me please put this in the bedroom to dry. Okay. Oh, during Kathy Berg's stream yesterday, she had her bee book out, and so I carved the bee stamp. There it is right there. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, I need to wipe that. Let me wipe that while it's still wet. Part 2 of this is I'm gonna do the same thing, but I get to pick my palette. But it's still basically 3 colors, maybe a 4th, and black and white. I wanted to get this off while it was still kind of wet. These things are fun though, aren't they? Gosh. For this one, you can do more mark making, I think. That's how I understood the directions. Anyway. All right, let me just do the tape. I was going to get out the color box, and I was going to pull colors out of the color box to use. I was going to get out the oil pastels. I can still get out the oil pastels. Hi, Mariah. I was making some more postcards because I had some justices printed out left over. And guess what's, I was looking at the word justice because I had it in big print, right? and separate justice. And at the end, you have ice. So I thought the phrase should be justice, not just ice. What do you think? Justice, not just ice. And I didn't notice that until I had the big letters. And I saw it. I said, wait a minute. There's ice right in the middle of justice, or the end of justice. Isn't that ironic? Well, it wasn't. I mean, it was staring at me, and I mean, my God, it was just like I couldn't. Because yeah. There are people that are literally advertising postcards that people can buy, that they can sell, that they can buy and send to their representatives. They're not artsy like ours. All right, I'm just doing it this way because it's so big. And so I've picked out a palette, and I don't know. Bye, Devin. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not really good with picking out colors, and I didn't look on the color wheel to see if I'm just going to end up making a lot of mud. I know opposites make mud. That's about all. Why I can't remember the color wheel is beyond me. I can remember recipes. I can remember so much stuff. But when it comes to the color wheel, I'm just going to, let me just see real quick here. 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 And here. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. Well, I'll divide this in here. That's pretty close. Now I got to go this way. Let me take a look at this. This looks like about halfway. That'll be my okay. All right. Don't need that. Okay. This cord is stay up there? That would be awesome. All right. Okay. So I hate to waste all that paint, but I'm gonna have to get a. Well, maybe I can. No, it's not. No, yeah, that's all right. Okay. Right over here, maybe. That's better. Okay, so this is my palette, and I don't know. I'm not a pink person, but I thought that these colors kind of went together. So what do you think? They kind of go together. Aren't they pretty? I think. And then I have a little gold to add. There's a Van Cleef ad that has similar colors. I have no idea, Barbara, where they are on the color wheel. Well, these two would probably be opposites because they're like red and green. So these two together would probably make mud. I don't know. No, I'm just gonna, I've been shaking these up. They feel really juicy. I haven't used these paints in years. So I don't know. All right, that's going to be a little loose, which is fine. These two will make purple. That makes sense. And I got purple. Well, that's all right. I was gonna, I don't, the only ones, I was going to use those metallics that I used the other day, but kind of metallic out. But those are really, I'm going to add more. I'll just keep them separated so they don't get together and cause trouble. And I'll add some white and some black. Okay. And I will move this over here. I'm going to make some marks, but not with water-soluble things. I will use, well, she used charcoal and pastels, oil pastels, which I have, of course. I have everything. You know, when I see it, I have to buy it. Whether I ever use it or not is something else. Got some Faber. Okay, let's do some of these. We can use some of these as mark making things. And I'm just going to do some scribbles here. When other people make marks, they just look so cool, don't they? I like circles, so let's do some circles. All right. You can't see, I'm sorry. Huh. You could see before. What did I do wrong? Let's see. No? Did I have to zoom out, don't I? Oh, that's a nice color. I like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot to clean my paintbrush. Shit. Whoopsies. Whoops. All right. I got another one of those. Let's see. I do. Oh, I have one of these. Oh, these. I bought one of these. These things are so freaking cool. She said to use different type of brushes. So let's do this. Huh? Hmm? Wow, that just sucks right into this board like there's no. Should do that. What is that? You have got something big and something small. That can be the big. Do this down here. Oh, those pens are water soluble too, aren't they? What the hell? The can't think of the name of them. You know, the Woodies. Oh, that's fun. A little gray and pink. Now I want to see if I can't. She said you could mark make on this one more than the other one. So let's try this. What we got over here? Let's pick up some of this. Oh, it's splattered. Oh, how cool is that? Ooh, be careful, Anne. Be careful. Right next to me is my cream colored sofa. It belongs out on the porch, but now it's in the living room. I like that splattering. Oh, oh, I want to do something else here. Bye, Safia. Yeah, I normally don't have fun. I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. I bitch a lot. All right, here we go. Let's see. Whoop. Yeah, these things really, I'm going to toss them. They're really crappy. They don't really work. I'm not keeping them. I wanted to do these though. Let me try these. These are fun. These things. The little thingies. You get really nice little marks with those. And I saved a whole bunch of them. What they used to call those? Popcorn, right? You'd get a box full of these and they would fly all over the place. You remember? I'm having fun. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I could use some more of these now. I think. Let's throw in some more of this. How about a yellow? Little yellow under the circle here, maybe. That's a nice yellow. I like it under the circle. Need something over here. You're supposed to have, white space, but I think I have a little bit too much white space here. Got 5 minutes. Well, I have to say goodbye in 5 minutes. I'm going to continue. Let's see. What is this? This is a mess right here, but I don't mind that. see, at least I put this. Oh, man. I got to think about my setup. When I move into the other room. I have my computer. I wonder if I could have my computer like on a thing. I mean, I'm sure I could, like a bar type of thing. They would have a platform, so it would not be on the work area. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I could buy something like that. Well, that'll be very textury there. Oh, maybe I can just pull this down like so. No, now you ruined it. Oh, well. Stop it. All right, I don't like any of that. Okay, let's go back to... All right. That's heavy. And then I need something down here. Well, how about a little flipperoo? Be careful, your computer's right there, Ann. This is when you wish you could go outside and do a Jackson Pollock, huh? Ooh, did you see that? That was a good one. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'm going to say goodbye. I think Aunt Bex is coming on. So I'm going to say goodbye. And yeah, Aunt Bex has been here right from the very, very get-go. You coming on, right? Just setting up. Okay. So everyone go over to Aunt Bex and yeah, you'll see the finished product of this. I'm just picking up what's left on the plate and just flinging it. And I get some. This is a really cool one right here. This is becoming my favorite. But thank you so much. And I really had a good time. And yeah, Louise Fletcher, Creative Reset. This is day 1, lesson 1. Not too late to join in the fun. Bye, everybody. Whoops, me in stream. Can't be good, be careful. No. Let me get a picture of this.